What up, world? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Matt Mr. Host with the most never needs to brag no boast. All we ever did was give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way in a real way for us players to play. I'm parlay this great game that we're on for y'all today. And I got my right hand with me, as usual. Boy WR in the building.
Yeah. Salute, salute.
Salute to the real ones that keep it real, so I don't feel nothing know what I'm talking about. What's happening, player?
Shh. There was a lot going on in the world today.
A lot
People
going
fighting,
on
feuding,
in these
looting. It's
Houston
okay.
streets.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's the only streets I said is I, because I'm with 21 Savage and all of them. Fuck the streets.
right,
You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right. No,
They can
I
take it how
feel
they
it.
want.
Cause listen, at the end of the day, it's like,
Fuck the
oh,
streets.
I don't want to say,
If you were really in the streets, you would have the same sentiment as me.
yeah,
And I ain't say I grew up in the 80s and anything like that, but being being deep in the game at a certain point, you gotta be like, as a grown ass man, looking at hindsight, you
hmm
gotta you gotta be like, yo, fuck the streets, man. That shit
yeah,
ain't do nothing for us. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And it's only until you develop and you get older and you realize, yo, let me do something positive, but you still got that mentality. You still have the certain morals and principles about yourself, but you are you want to transition from that lifestyle.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers that are not in the streets don't understand that. So
right,
they, they glamorize it, they're mesmerized by everything that goes on in it.
right.
But
I see it like,
but if
I,
you
I,
really been in it and you've been in it from young,
yeah,
you see you seen what
the
ramifications
ups
it
and
has.
downs. The pros and cons. You don't just focus on the pros.
Yep.
A lot of mofos be focused on the pros, and they don't emphasize on the cons, which are a lot more impactful than the pros. If we're talking long term and prosperity wise, so it's like boom, somebody who's a little bit more mindful than most, they will see that and understand that from early. Um, Not to say from early, but one to understanding you take a few L's, whether it be time, whether it be people that you come up with, whether it be uh well, I guess that's the most valuable things with your time and your folks that you love, right? So it's like you got to be able to see that these things for what they are. A lot of people don't want to admit, or they're stuck in denial. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if a duck quacks, it's a duck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Don't try to deny that thing right there is not a duck, bro. Just allow the duck where the duck is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanna dress up a duck as a swan and think say it's all good. Like no, that's a duck, bro. Allow the duck, let the duck quack over there in this corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And not only that, it's like you gotta save the ducks, dog. Aren't the ducks going extinct? Nah, I'm saying though, as a nigga that been in the streets, we both could attest to this, dog. We seen the ups and downs, the ins and outs, our people passing away, people get locked up for damn near life.
Mm,
So we could, you sometimes you earn the right to say F the streets, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure,
It's
for
like
sure.
you go through so much bullshit And you'll be lucky to have one or two solid individuals in your corner
Right.
when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? And that's the straight up cold part about the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know, people play with life like it's a joke. That's why I respect that. I like that show respect life.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, it's like certain things about life is just undeniable. You know,
Right.
and you don't want to be put in a position where it's like you feel like you're responsible for somebody else's fucking messed up situations, or you know what I mean?
Been there. Been there. Been there.
Yeah, bro. You know, and it's like
It's not a good feeling.
if you don't take that into consideration, what kind of a man are you? You know, what kind of an individual are you? You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like we've been saying f the streets, but not f the people in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just
Right.
talking about because there's some real folks, you know,
Real
in the
heads.
hood.
There's
You
some
know?
real heads. Yeah. Yeah. You learn a lot of. You learn a lot. You. That's one thing I'll say. That's a pro. You learn. You learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you're receptive to the game, you could learn a lot, and if you're able to translate it into a different realm, then you could definitely be prosperous. You know, that's one of the pros about it. But
Right,
it's within that learning process, you lose a lot too. You know, take plenty of L's, a lot of losses, and like to be honest, it doesn't equal out. You know, it's there's more losses than lessons learned.
I'm telling you, it's like a cycle. You know, like
And
how
that's
could you?
another thing. You said the right word. It's a cycle, a vicious cycle. And people have to understand that too. You have to be able to see the patterns. True say man them been in it from early, so we seen the pattern early, luckily, and we weren't in denial, or we weren't trying to be the anomaly
Nah,
anomaly
we
of
we always knew that we
street
had to make our way
orientated.
out. Even if
Yeah,
we got into it, we always knew that we had to make our way out. And I feel
right.
like this lifestyle, people are become so addicted to it and accustomed to it
Yeah,
that it makes them stagnant to a certain degree. You know,
facts,
thinking that it's always gonna because the money is just as addictive as the drug. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
To me.
Facts. The money, the status, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying? The fake love, all of that is addictive. You know? It's yeah, it's a vicious cycle, man. But like I said, you have to be able to recognize it from early. It's like, yo, and you can't ignore the signs, you know. If you see generation after generation, let's say every 5 years is a new generation. It's really every 10, but we'll say every five for this example. Every 5 years is a generation. If you see every 5 years there's a handful of people going through the cycle of okay, you're building up, and then boom, beds come and lock off everything. Everybody's locked up for a certain amount of time and da 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 da. And you know what I mean? You go through the whole process of what that brings. The getting locked up, the courts, the doing the time, the back and forth with the lawyer fees and da da da, whatever comes with it, right? The fucking people folding on you and this and that, whatever, everything that comes with it. If you see that happening consistently and you're not taking the lessons and extracting all of that from what happens within that cycle, then you're just in denial, or you're purposely ignoring certain things. Like not like I said, yeah, is one in a million people that actually do well in that realm. You know, and like, you just gotta be real enough to say like, nah, I'm not one of those people. Or you know what I mean? Like then there's people who actually just are numb to it and they don't care what the outcome is. They just know, okay, this is it. I don't really care what happens. You always have those people too, right? Like they're just they chose the path already and they're sticking to it regardless of what comes with it. It's like, all right, I hear you. More power to you, but yeah, it's not necessarily what I'm trying to do. And I see seen the cycle at least 10 times over. So
Yeah, it's really a trap, and it's like y'all gonna learn though. Y'all gonna learn. The system is not nice, you know what I'm saying? I'll chew you up and spit you out. You don't got a head on your shoulders.
mhm,
And it's like they're making it so it's every couple of years, the youngins that are coming up, they get caught up. They get caught up because they have no other choice or they're not looking at the bigger picture.
no guidance, no proper supervision.
Yeah, so when we say F the streets, we ain't dissing the streets. We're dissing
Everything that comes with it
mentality.
is backwards. Is detrimental to life. Period. There are lessons to be extracted from it, and you can learn a lot. Like I said, but pros and cons of it. The cons are a lot more heavier than the pros.
So you're trying to hustle your way to legitimacy, right?
Right. Which is doable. It is doable. But yeah,
I
there's a
feel
lot
like the feds got so much surveillance and so much shit nowadays that it's like
damn near impossible.
it'd be hard pressed to pull it off
Right.
like before. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's technology and everything is crazy these days.
is it the music that's influencing them to just not care and just go out there and you know put
Yeah.
themselves in a position where you got to be super hot? That's crazy.
Yeah.
The nowadays you don't see them the feds lurking around trying to stop you from what I mean? There's nobody outside. Everybody's online.
Yeah, exactly.
So what they're doing is they're just surveilling you know, your whereabouts and your online presence and all that.
And your activities, your day-to-day activity.
Yeah,
And that's the thing about it too. It's like
So if you're not doing nothing productive, you're driving around during the day.
you're a target right away. It's like, okay, yeah, he's hustling. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't working, but he's out here whipping it every day and moving and shaking like he's doing something, but he ain't doing nothing. He's doing something. So it's like you gotta, and that's another thing that I try to, for the young gunners that are actually still I'm in contact with, and they're You know, they got their industries like that. I try to show them that part of it too. Where it's like, okay, you can hang also, but that can't be the only thing you're doing. Because at the end of the day, that's gonna get cut short fast. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to balance it out with the
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the government knows what they're doing, you know? Put the money out there, put the dope out there. Don't give them no other way, or don't really show them no other way to thrive in this economy. Let them carry on for a bit and snatch them up and have some other brothers come after that. Do the same thing.
vicious. It's a vicious cycle, man.
So the money's there, but it's getting recycled and siphoned into the same bullshit.
Right.
Probably even marked and all that. You know, people don't even know.
Exactly. Exactly. And you have to look at it like this too. There's a handful of hustlers to every neighborhood, right?
All right.
And all the same people are going in a circle. So all the money's going in a circle. So it's like boom. As soon as one or two out of that neighborhood get touched or get locked up or whatever, what do you think's gonna happen? All the flow is gonna go to whoever's left. And what
Yep.
else is gonna go there? All the eyes. So it's like there's no escaping.
Yep. It's not like you're doing something new, you know. Because back in the days, we used to have homies that come around and be like, "Yo, I'm hot." You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to call hot niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm hot right now. I'm hot. And he's doing this thing. But
yeah.
he tell the squads.
Tell it like it is.
So we know how to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, motherfucker, they don't know nothing about that nowadays. Huh? But let me play what Wayno had to say about it because I like his perspective on it. I mean, we could
Mm.
chop it up a little bit more,
All right.
and then we'll talk about the rappers that are saying it. That brought it to the forefront because we've been saying all this shit from time. But it took for a rapper to say it first so everybody could talk about it, right? So
Right.
whatever. Let's listen, and then we'll get a little perspective, getting a little bit more perspective on it.
Beats is some sort of LLC or some sort of basketball team that, once it got disrespected, you had to stand up for it. And I feel like it's very contradicting. The whole thing is contradicting. And I'm talking specifically on the people that's probably trying to defend it. And the reason why is because people saying all of this now. But
Fair
every
use.
time a
Fair
body get
use.
dropped, you know what people start saying? The toughest street niggas on the planet. Yo, I'm tired of losing my people. This street shit played out. Go start your family. Know what I mean? Go be with your family. Do what you gotta do. This street shit played out. When you see people come home from prison after doing years and years and years, and they've been stabbed, shot, karate chop, and got every scar you could think of and every horrible story. You know what they say? Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I wish the street shit, I wish I'd have never gotten to it. Or I recognized that I was a part of this gang or whatever the case may have been. But just being in it, man, like it's ruined my life and it's done all these horrible things to me. That's why I feel like it's such a big contradiction. Right now, currently, we got a lot of people speaking their perspective on this. I'ma speak mine as well. Let's start out with y'all got it. Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. This is totally normal. It's just when you grow up, you got down, you understand a lot of this shit won't work for you. But you also got to understand you had to go through a lot of this shit to get where you at. You get what I'm saying? I'm personally been through a lot of shit. So I am gonna say like you can't Just say fuck the street. You got to say fuck the street mentality. Fuck the street mindset. And then when you say fuck the street mindset, it's more so like shit, they don't it in the tweak and post. Niggas having so much fun. Y'all niggas get know how to eat kids. Know how to eat motherfucking YMCAs and recreation centers and shit. Like you got to move stuff with them. And you don't give a fuck. And I believe he's right. You do need to talk to the kids. But we are gonna go a little bit deeper into this whole situation. All said spokes. On social media is F the streets. Now, my biggest thing with that is that when I first came to Atlanta, I knew Atlanta was just about being players and getting money and just the love. And we kind of got out of hand. And now we're going in the right direction. How do you feel about that using that slogan, F the streets? And what does that mean to you? I feel like it's a beautiful message for that. You know what I mean? Um, I feel like the unity is seriously needed. Right. You know what I'm saying? The people need to see that like sometimes things might not go as good at first, but we always patch up. That's what I just said for right. Patch it up and like especially for us as rap artists, like, I mean, black men saying that it's very powerful because the message can be pushed out wrong the right. We understand that. Especially everybody that's involved. That's powerful. Yeah, I mean, for sure. For us, it's a few more people that speak, and I'm going to get into that. But before we do, let me tell you something. It's the holiday season. You heard? Shouts out to DJ Holiday. You know what I mean? It's the holiday season, and you might need a couple extra dollars. You know what I mean, to get you to where you need to be going. This is 100% legit. Go on to freecash.com. If you're out here playing games and you're not getting no money, let me tell you how you can get some quick money just by playing games. Freecash.com. And this is 100% legit. Make sure that you hit this QR code on my screen. You can go on freecash.com and be making anywhere between $10 to $20 a day. Don't think that immediately when you sign up, you're going to be getting crazy bread. That's not how it works. You feel me? You got to be consistent and you got to keep playing. There's people that's went up to like 500, but on top of the winning 500, you don't have to put up no money yourself. You can stick to the free levels and keep leveling up and just keep cashing out. Signing up is like signing up for anything else. All you got to do is use your email, make a password, you feel me? And then you off to the races. You can get you a couple of dollars. When it's time to cash out, you got options. You can either use PayPal or you can use a gift card. Freecash.com. Now listen, this whole thing with this F the streets, like I said, people took it as if, you know what I mean, as if somebody said F your moms or F your block. Now, the biggest misconception about this whole thing is that the streets are the neighborhood you come from. They are not the same thing. People in the hood, the smallest percentage of the people that come from impoverished areas, the smallest percentage of that population commit crimes, participate in street activity. Growing up in the hood don't make you a street. Let's just keep it 1,000. It don't. We sitting here watching people really cry and complain about not dropping criminal activity. That's what it's really about. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I done seen so many people complain about Tyler the Creator and his tweets and how it's damaging and hurtful or anti-black. What's more anti-black than living in the hood and joining a gang that commits crimes against your people? Oh no, don't say that. Because when you in a gang, we make sure it was started. Nigga, don't nobody care about when it was started 50, 60 years ago. Let's talk about all the lives that it's claimed. Let's talk about all of the ignorance and all of the destruction that is caused. How much it's hurt every single one of us. If you're from the hood, please tell me if you feel me. Let's unpack that because people are so dedicated to the bullshit that they can't even see the real message. Now, yeah, I feel like it could have been worded better. And this is the thing. 21 Savage speaks about that. We're gonna play, the video. He speaks about that as well. But I want to tell y'all, man, to see the way people is doubling, quadrupling, tripling down about the streets and talking about how the streets made them who they is today. Did they? Did they? Because when an artist is successful and people want to talk about the industry, it's who listen to that music, white people in the suburbs, or people from the suburbs, people who ain't got nothing to do with this shit. So which is it? Is it Uchi Wally Wally? It's one mic. On one hand, is it people in the hood that support you the most because you feel like because you're eye to eye with them, or is it the people that are the biggest subscribers to your content? to your music, buying your merch. Because I see rappers complain all the time about how, man, people, I love the hood, but niggas in the hood don't buy my stuff the way it, depending on where you're from. It's also depending on where you're from. But let's talk about this shit for real. Anti-black. If you're signing up for any gang that come from your neighborhood, you know who your rivals is before you start. Trust. You know that whatever falls into in this certain circumference, and please don't talk to me about that proximity shit, because that's not what we here to do. We here to talk about what really goes on. You know that if you hustling, you know what I mean, you hustling, that you moving stuff, whatever, that there's gonna be casualties. And you can't determine who the casualties is. We seen a situation in the Bronx, I believe, where there was a daycare that they was moving drugs out of a daycare. And while they was moving drugs out of this daycare, it was fentanyl. And two kids, I think three got hurt. One passed away, a baby, maybe 2, 3 years old, passed away. And the other two kids passed out because they got too close to the drugs. Ain't that street shit? Because you know people say, oh, it come with this shit. You know what come with this. We not tired of it. No, we tired of it when it affects us. Or are we? I want to watch this clip from Honeycomb Brazy. I've seen Honeycomb Brazy. He's always in that. Go to jail, come home. Go to jail, come home. Go to jail, come home. But when he said this, you know what I mean, defending the street situation, it really showed me that a lot of people are not getting the message, and maybe 21 because he tweeted it and other people just tweeted it out. They didn't give context, which I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all niggas gotta stop explaining yourselves. If y'all feel how y'all feel that way, because I can see what the real message is about. But let's watch this clip of Honeycomb Brazy, and then I want to talk about this situation in particular. Niggas like y'all motherfucking mind like this whole black. What the fuck? I ain't trying to see them. Y'all disappointed me, bro. All you niggas disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Fuck you, nigga. I don't understand it. I'm from the street, nigga. I'm from the street, nigga. What you nigga talking about? What the fuck you nigga talking about? Fuck the street. Well, I'm from the street, bro. Man, I'm from the street. Nigga, I ain't from no suburb. Nigga, y'all ain't say fuck the suburb. Nigga, they was hella niggas. And they feel now when they think the suburbs, no white people stepping around on fucking face. Them niggas talking about fuck the streets. Then we had to get out the mud and see y'all niggas tripping out there on nigga. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Now, what do you think about what he just said there?
No,
I mean,
he's keeping it 1,000, man.
the suburbs is the ones that are oppressing the lower class, but the streets, the streets, no matter if it's downtown, uptown, there's always going to be a street element to every area.
Right.
It's suburban just because of the money, but there's still a street element to every area. So I don't understand what it means. Rich white people are exploiting and taking advantage of poor black people. That would be white supremacy. That's white supremacy. And let's really have a conversation of what created the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to be part of it, then just know that it's through their oppression that created the environment which we call the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So to want to perpetuate it and say, yo, thumb your nose up at society talking about, it's like kind of an oxymoron to me, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta come a little bit more. Oh,
It's gotta make sense. You gotta make it make sense. If it don't make sense, it won't make dollars.
boy.
It's just gonna it's just gonna make you another another statistic. So ultimately it's like they put it in a light where
Because he tweeted it and I would
it's something cool, but ultimately it's not. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the misconception I don't understand. People have a delay or and they're like, huh? You're stuck. But anyways, let's continue.
people
Yeah,
just tweeted it out. They didn't give context, which I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all niggas gotta stop explaining yourselves. If y'all feel how y'all feel that way, because I can see what the real message is about. But let's
yeah,
watch this a honeycomb brazy, and then I want to talk about this situation in particular.
right.
You niggas all y'all motherfucking mind like this whole why? What the fuck? I get criteria, nigga. Y'all disappointed me, boy. I niggas disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Fuck you, nigga. I don't understand it. I'm from the street.
Mind you, this is the same dude that got his grandma's house shut up.
Fuck the street. Well, I'm from the street, boy. Man, I'm from the street, nigga.
You know that, right?
What the
Ah.
suburb?
No, I didn't know that.
Then they feel now when they think a suburb don't like them for $7 fucking face. Then they somehow fuck the street. Then we had to get out the mud and these how niggas tripping out there all day. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understand. Got to understand. Nigga, I ain't trying to get no talk to niggas. None of them don't really be. I'm not talking saying they don't really be niggas. And I know y'all niggas stepping, y'all killers, y'all do it, all y'all like that, and I'm ready to die. Nigga, I don't care. On my grandma, nigga, I don't care. The fuck, nigga, come load it up, do it. Stand over me, hit all in the head. Why? Y'all don't care about that shit, nigga. Y'all tripping. Fuck the street. Man, this is my grandma from the street. What? My granddad died in the street. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I told my granddad to come out something, oh, y'all, man, let's go. Man, I got real smoke out here. So my grandma said, man, we ain't going nowhere. Nigga, on blood. Nigga ain't saying we ain't going nowhere. Fuck some niggas died right here. Nigga, we from, nigga, from that. Nigga, from every nigga, niggas. We don't care about your money, bro. That's your money. Take your money, go do
That's
shit.
so sad. You hear him?
Yeah, it sounds retarded still.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. You see all this stuff that young man said? That's all trauma.
You hear him?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like Wayne said, it's all trauma.
He don't care about his life. He's saying, yo, I'm from the streets. I don't care. Come stand over me, hit me all in my head. That's trauma speaking. See, a lot of us have not learned how to even live our lives because we're so married to this bullshit that people have propped up and made like this best way of living. The suburbs is the ones that's against us. The suburbs, so everybody that lives in the suburbs, right? So then why would niggas get money, they move to the suburbs? You want to know why? Because you want to stay out the streets. Like, let's really talk about it. You want to stay out the streets, but what's really unsettling about this whole situation and talking about his grandmother and his grandfather? They did lose their lives over, problems that he had. And I don't, let's just watch the news clip. The RG News 5 starts right now with breaking news. Hello, everyone. I'm Devin Walsh. We begin with breaking news this afternoon. The grandparents of a local rapper shot and killed in their home, set on fire. The grim details just revealed by emotional family members at the scene. Comes to KRG News 5 Nicolette Sykes is live near the home on Dr. Thomas Avenue. Nicolette? See behind me, there are still a lot of people investigating, calling it gruesome. They've also identified the two as Leela and Tony Lewis and were the head of their families.
As we have also learned that they are the grandparents of local rapper Honeycomb Brazy. Now, the family says that a neighbor saw a car pull up and shoot into their home, and the house then went up into flames. Witnesses tell us that they heard a boom and what sounded like a bunch of shots around the time of the fire. This all happened on Dr. Thomas Avenue around 6:30 last night. The home is destroyed, and the fire was so big that it damaged the home next door. She was a mother to all our kids. She was born to the grandma. He was born to the granddad. He was a father. He helped us raise our children. My mom and my daddy did not deserve to die like they did. And we won't give it. Because ain't no peace. Ain't no peace in how they live. Ain't no peace. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I want my mama and I want my daddy. And I know I can't have it. I know I can't have it. Anyone with information to come forward. Police have not confirmed the identity of the victims involved and any details on what happened or if anyone has been arrested. Reporting live in North Mobile, Nicolette Schleisman, WKRG News 5.
Look at the hurt on the woman, Tanika Jones, their daughter's face. Look at the hurt that you can hear in her words. Think about the hurt that the people that's standing around her are enduring. See, the thing about the streets is this. We have this fantasy about like all of this revenge stuff, and I'm not speaking specifically on only on Brazy. I want to tell him if he ever gets a chance to see this, I feel for you. I feel for you, my nigga. You wanna know why? I can't imagine what it must feel like to lose your grandparents in such a situation. For your grandparents to have lived the life that they lived and have to lose their lives like that, being shot and then they're burnt in their home. That's not normal though. See, that's the thing. We from these places where the bullshit is so normal to us, that's not how people are supposed to go out. Especially older people that raise people and help people. Look, like I said, look at the pain on everybody around them. Look at that. Shit is tough. It's extremely tough. But what are we talking about here, man? We'll talk some more. Fabio Function. Fabio says, man, at the end of the day, I want to thank the streets for supporting me. I want to thank the streets for teaching me how to survive and thrive in the rooms that helped change my life. Yes, it's a bunch of negative, but everything got negatives. So every time we see a thing we don't like to hear or some shit we don't want to hear, we gonna say, fuck it. Nah, I can't jack that. Brother, listen, man. We're not talking about a person's outfit. We're talking about a certain type of mentality. They're not talking about impoverished areas. They're not talking about the projects, F the projects and everybody that lived there. F the block that you grew up on because you was raised there, you was able to make it out. If it was nothing, y'all wouldn't be trying to make it out if it meant so much. I'm not one of those people that think that you got to go through your worst in order to get to your best. You don't. That's something that we have been taught. We have been marketed that through various areas, whether that's media or ourselves, telling people that everybody got to get it out the mud. There's a reason why when most successful people become successful, they don't raise their children in the environments that they grew up in. Does that ensure that they'll be the best version of themselves that they could possibly be? No. But that does not mean you know why, excuse me, you know why your ass, when you get $1 million, don't go live in the projects because of all the activity and all the stuff you don't want to be around. And yes, fuck that, because it's not fuck the people, it's the mentality. Y'all talk all this crabs in the barrel shit, but nobody want to talk about the barrel. Y'all don't want to talk about the barrel. So everybody in the barrel, all the crabs in the barrel are just good. See, the thing about crabs in the barrel, they put there and their circumstances are survival. They're all trying to get out. They're not necessarily trying to pull one another down. They just don't know the nature of their environment. Let's talk some more though. Because one of my favorites, I ain't gonna lie. One of my favorites has something to say. And that's Boosie. I love Boosie.
That was a very, very
Because
poignant thing
he
he
is the
said.
embodiment.
They don't know the nature of their environment. You hear what he said
He's got a
there?
cousin, a
Yeah.
brother.
That's real talk right there.
And it's a bar too. A real bar.
nature and the environment. We gotta do a track like that.
Somebody like Boosie, somebody that no matter what, we love them through and through, and we can relate to them. But this is something that he spoke on as well, and I think he got it wrong.
And all these people saying fuck the streets and all this. I'm not with it. So I am, I'm a big part of the streets. That's what my love is. That's what my genuine love is. I love it so much, and I'm always speak of the streets. We talk about how it traumatized me. It fucked us up, but it made us successful. Everybody was traumatized by the streets. It made you a success story leading streets. Streets made everything. Hip hop, NFL, NBA. All these are people who come from the most 60% are from the NBA are from the streets. All athletes are from the streets. They had to play ball to leave the streets. So the streets got success story. This shit ain't all trauma. Trauma turned into success. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, and I ain't gonna be like, nah, man, you could be on those fucking streets, especially if you invaded off the streets. Come on, man. Like, take the streets out of all our business. Take the street shit out all our business. Who are we now? Who are you now without that street that you preach to everybody? Who are you now? Yeah, man. So that ain't cool, bro. I'm not with the fuck the street shit. I feel like y'all using that as a gateway for when y'all get in trouble. Everybody saying fuck the street, by the time y'all get in trouble, now y'all have a gateway. I'm telling you, fuck the street. I ain't going for it. I'm standing up.
60% of athletes come from the streets. Niggas get the analytics from the streets. We talking about the streets. We know what people are meaning when they
Not the
say
hood
streets
streets.
like street niggas. No, we're not talking about the impoverished neighborhoods. We're not talking about people who live under the poverty line. We're talking about the streets, the activity and the mentality. 60%? You telling me more than half of the athletes in sports are from the streets? That just goes to show me that this nigga don't know nothing about sports. And like I said, I say this with all love and respect because I love Boosie. I never even met this nigga. Love him, love his music, love a lot that he stands for. But this is wrong. This is the wrong message. You want to know why? Because a lot of people, young people specifically, that are watching this can't differentiate the two. And when some people say in the streets, they think they talking about your building or your house and not talking about the mentality of the bozos that you tell them to get away from. See, that's the thing. Boosie right now is facing a situation where he has a federal gun charge, right?
Mhm.
And that mentality is what put him in that situation. Him going to a place where he, of course, he's traumatized. He done been shot. He done been through it. He had a gun on him. You know what I'm saying? He got caught with the gun, dropped by the state, picked up by the feds, and now he's facing some time. But the thing about him facing his time is that when you go in that courtroom, you want them to look at, your circumstances of where you come from, but also think about how they gonna look at like, bro, you ain't even where you live at. Look that up. Or you live in a place where, or you making money. See, other people's mentality is like, well, if you were able to escape that, then you should be able to escape the mentality. But that's what niggas is talking about. That's what they really mean to escape the mentality. I even seen, I don't know who this brother is, but he says something, and Sukiana says something. She commented, and so did Boss Man D-Lo. Police ass nigga, don't be talking about fuck the street. Nah, cause everybody snitching. Bitch, I wouldn't did 10 years behind this shit. Bitch, I love the streets. Ain't no motherfucking fuck the street, then fuck the snitches. Fuck wrong time. Boss Man D-Lo commented on my soul, and Sukiana commented like a dart in the bullseye emoji. And this is what I'm saying. Now, at this time, I know everybody that's involved in that YSL shit, you know what I'm saying, that is doing years behind it is like, damn, fuck the streets now after I've been putting on this work. But keep in mind how manipulative the streets is, how manipulative gangs is, how all this activity in the streets is manipulative and it's really anti-black. Because the people that we taking advantage of, when a nigga loading up his weapon, when he loading up his weapon, He ain't thinking about the opposition that really oppresses them on a economic level, financial level, an educational level. You thinking about the nigga that looks just like you down the block or across the street or across town. You
Message.
thinking about harming yourself subconsciously, not even knowing, right? But see, then we got Whack 100. He chimes in.
Gunna, don't be no fool. 21 Savage, hold the nigga thug. Use the nigga, don't get rid of him yet. Use him to be using folk, then get rid of him. That ain't real. Told everybody, don't fuck with you, cause he thought if he was bigger in the program, he seen that you're bigger than him now. So don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with none of these niggas, Gunna, who wrote you off. And now see, their record sales are less than yours. And now see, they can't sell out a fucking arena like you can today. Do not befriend none of these niggas. Whack can call you a rat, cause you are a rat. You don't need to befriend me unless you're willing to accept the terms of being a rat. Do not let them niggas use bring back a letter. If they could have brought back a letter of parody, that's what they would have did. But because it didn't work, and because you continue to force, now all of them, they want to say, oh, let's make it right. Fuck them niggas. That crazy ass female manager you got over there, that motherfucker, listen to her. She gonna tell you, fuck them niggas. All these niggas is doing is seeing that gun is declining, and they shit is declining. So now all of them is like, let's bring it back and act, you know. That's fuck shit.
Well, I mean, I'm looking on the bright side of things.
You don't agree? You don't agree?
The fucking street movement is good for the kids. Here's my thing. Everybody who say they can't make street music.
Those things that they wouldn't talk in the skull until they see that they shit was going on in decline and gun shit was in cut. Come on, bro, keep it real. Shit, if they cut off,
See, the thing about that whole situation with the gunning thing, we don't know. We don't know how it's going. We could hypothetically say what we think what would happen. And I think a lot of what we think would happen in that situation is based on what people think they would do in that situation. My whole thing, and 21 Savage speaks, and I'm gonna get to 21 Savage speaking because he clarifies what he meant, what he means by some of this shit. And like I said, man, I don't feel like he has to explain himself. But let's watch the first clip from that.
what's up, baby boy?
I'm confused.
Fuck the street. I'm with
I
it.
don't think you understand like that.
You should.
I thought it said save the street.
Yeah.
Save the streets. You gotta get all the bullshit, all the crazy shit out of it. And put the love and the hustle back in.
But bullshit Congress Street. That is what that's Congress Street. But you just saying we ain't pushing it.
Yeah, we ain't pushing it. We trying to stop it. We can't say to everybody, but you know.
But I ain't saying everybody. I ain't moving no goalposts. Man, already y'all people get y'all we vote with y'all.
Nah. Ain't saying that. All the niggas accountable and we let them go on with their life. What you mean? I ain't saying that. I said that.
Yeah, what it looking like.
For real? Well, we gotta get to because
Beans, I don't know what y'all niggas are. I ain't know that.
See, the thing about that is this, right? Save the streets or help the streets. Problem is, man, is that a lot of us don't even have the discipline to save ourselves. That ass. A lot of us don't have the discipline to save ourselves, let alone other people. Now, yeah, niggas throw you, and I'm not, it's not at 21. This is a lot of things that I spoke on my last video about the situation that he's done with a hood. Niggas throw a turkey drive and think that once a year and think, oh yeah, I'm helping the hood, or back to school, or a coat drive. So we talk about 3 or 4 times, 365 days of the year, but people think that they're doing something for the streets of the hood. But yet, nobody talks about the detriment until it affects them. See, the problem that we have, man, is that we don't police our neighborhoods because we don't want the responsibility. We want the accolades from the people in the neighborhood. We want them to love and appreciate us. But how many people is really putting in the work, really sitting out there, you know what I mean, night and day, and fighting for different legislation, fighting to change things, stopping wars, you know what I mean, that go on in the hood, or trying to do what they can to prevent them. Because keep in mind, when you all doing whatever you're doing, people that got time on their hands, they gonna find a way to do whatever they got to do. And now we in a time where, and this is what really bugged me out. Right now, more than ever, it's been about, yo, these young motherfuckers is wilding. This drill shit, these young, they doing all of this stuff, they wilding. And it's not an Atlanta thing, it's a New York thing, it's a Chicago thing, an LA thing, a Seattle thing. It's everywhere where the hood is at. We had adapted this new mentality to the youth, and the youth has grown. And now they going and getting themselves 100 years. The crack era got a lot of people that I grew up with 100 years. Now this street or this stepping or smacking or whatever you catch in that era is getting all of these people 100 years. We just seen Kid Flock get 25 at 22 years old. We just seen Tay K get 55 at 24 years old. We just seen a whole culture. We seen a culture be birthed out of the street shit. And yeah, has music always talked about the streets? Yes. Yes. Has it told stories about the streets? Yes. But as time is going on, have we seen that most of these rappers are just rappers? They're just lyricists and artists that are good at putting music together. And now we got the realest rappers we've ever had. Talk about it. We got the realest rappers we've ever had. Because a lot of these niggas are doing something that day and rapping about it that night and putting it out. And what do the elders do? Y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. Y'all tripping. What is y'all doing? Y'all doing it and talking about that. You want to know why? Because it's affecting youth are seeing it. But we're not expounding the conversation. Let's finish this 21 situation off.
I said, I ain't know that. Save the street, man.
Yeah, we gotta save the streets, but for real, nigga been too much for real shit. Y'all nigga head fucked up. It's too much shit.
Facts. You are right about that. I just feel
Leave
like
that shit alone.
I just feel like everybody ain't gonna understand everybody. Shit.
They gonna see our actions though, because the actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, man.
You think like real on the shit, they gonna be like, oh no, they that ass serious. Like, we ain't playing. This shit coming from our heart.
Sage.
You can make it wrong right. You can never make it right wrong. I don't care what you say. This shit from my heart, so I don't care what I'm gonna say. I don't give a bit. I give people opinions and shit, but maybe I said it wrong. But
from what they saying,
you know what I'm saying. If you a street nigga, you know what I'm saying.
but from what they saying, their opinions and shit, you agree with their opinion.
What you mean?
Like, hell no, we wouldn't be moving go folks in, we get in and tell it all that, hell no. You moving to go book again.
Nah, I ain't moving gold though. I'm saying niggas do that in the streets though. Niggas acting like niggas don't move the goalposts for their heart. Niggas do that. And we need to just admit that. And if you told, and then we keep going. Like, all right, you could be over there, we over here. We don't gotta have no problem. But nigga ain't saying, hey, let's all no, that's something. You know.
But it sure here look but okay. But they don't think they don't think they pointed at the thing. I'm standing with you, so you better not be know what's standing with that. I'm gonna call it time out. Time out. Hey, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get you though, bro. Yeah.
For sure though.
You doing some real shit though.
I'm gonna tell all of y'all this, man. When it comes to this street shit, like I said, man, I can't even count that my friends I done lost to the streets. I'm at the age now where like all of my friends that survived the streets, they're starting to lose their lives to their health because of all the things that they've been through in the streets. So a lot of that trauma that they've gone through through years of their life. Like right now, like I said, I'll be 43 this week. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the trauma that they went through, they using drugs and stuff to decompress or to escape. And now we got fentanyl and drugs, and that's harming people. And listen, man, we have to unlearn a lot of the stuff that was put before us. A lot of the stuff that did make us the men and women that we are today. While we didn't notice it during the process, we noticing how detrimental it is. You feel me? How many people say, well, I ain't eating this no more. I ain't eating that because it gave you cancer. That mentality in the streets is a cancer. And it gets implemented when you're really, really young based on what we see. I used to see the niggas on my block get money. I wanted the Bo Jacksons because everybody on my block that was hustling had Bo Jacksons. Or they had the Jordans 2 weeks early. Or they had the girl. Or they had the cars. Or they had the money. Or they had the chains. Or whatever the case may be, which I felt like I needed to be a part of whatever they was doing. And now that the time has passed, 20 something years later, 30 something years later, I seen a lot of these dudes don't have anything. And they wish they would have took the opportunity to spend more time going to school or doing other positive things in their life. And some people might think that's corny or whatever, but listen, man, do we negate where we come from? No. Do we shun where we come from? No. Do we embrace where we come from? Yes. Do we unlearn all of the stuff that was set before us that gave us these mentalities? Yes. You want to know why? We want these babies to survive. We want to see them live longer and thrive larger than we have ever done in our lives. You know what I'm saying? We want to see them do it differently than we did. But if y'all can't realize that a lot of this street shit is our demise, that is anti-black, that a lot of it perpetuates a whole type of narrative to destroy yourself. If you can't see that, then you're a bigger part of the problem than anything. And that's just all I got to say. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, know how we doing. For the ones that
Sheesh.
catch me in the next one. Peace.
Mic
If you
drop.
want to be the best rapper, you gotta have the best bars. Just like Morgan and Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan and Morgan is America.
Yep. Just like everything else, y'all. You either gonna be part of the problem or part of the solution. You know? Yeah, straddle the fence, man. You know, you might fall over, depending on which side you're leaning towards. Bump your head, you know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these cats that are saying, "Oh, it's crazy to say that." It's either they're so numb to it, or they really haven't been through nothing that make you reflect at that level, you know, or they've
Right,
been through something so traumatic where they have to, you know,
right.
capitulate.
No, that's it. That's what I say. Most of the time where when guys are in the life and they're glorifying it to a point where it's like it's celebrated, the stupidity is celebrated. I'd be like, yo, these mofos didn't lose enough yet. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who's actually in there and they understand the pros and cons that come with it, they know it's nothing to glorify. Because as quick as you could get it is as quick as you could lose it.
Yep,
So they don't glorify it. They might do their ones and twos, but they ain't glorifying it, and they don't promote it in such a way either.
yep, that's a fact.
So yeah, I feel like those type of dudes, they ain't lose enough yet. But it's crazy because what's his name? Brazy thing? Lost his
Yeah,
grandparents and he's still on that.
because he's numb to the pain. You know, 'cause he could have said anything else except for that. Well, I guess everybody knows what happened. So, but it's like a cry for help. If we really
Yeah,
look at it, you know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That too. Trouble.
So. Don't let the streets mess y'all up so bad to where y'all can't see the forest from the trees, man. No, it's all about evolving in life and seeing a bigger picture, teaching the young ones to move better, to be smarter, be on top of things. Don't be selfish with the information. Give as you want to receive, and y'all will be all right out there, man. And once again, it's F the streets, not F your peeps. You know what I'm saying? If your peeps is in the streets, give them some grace, but let them know, like, if you're really about that, you're trying to get out as soon as possible. There's a real threat. It's counter racist codification. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And I ain't with the streets, so support my miserable. And my slogan, keep it real in the field, forget how they feel. Salute, we out. Peace.